Rumors that Israel is secretly developing a $27 billion stealth bomber have sparked global curiosity. At first, it sounds unlikely. Israel already flies advanced U.S. jets like the F-35 and receives billions in American military aid. Yet speculation persists that the Israeli Air Force may be building its own radar-evading, long-range strike aircraft to rival even the US B-21 Raider. Israel is no stranger to military innovation. It created the Iron Dome, pioneered advanced drones, and built world-class cyber defenses. But one thing it has never had is a true strategic bomber. As Iran buries its nuclear sites deeper underground, Israel faces a stark reality. Its fighters, even upgraded F-15 and stealthy F-35s, lack the range and payload to strike heavily fortified targets far away. A weakness made clear in a recent conflict that reignited debate over its air power. Lessons from the 12-Day War. The 12-Day War between Israel and Iran forced the issue into the spotlight. The clash saw intense airstrikes and regional escalation, but the turning point came when the United States entered combat alongside Israel for the first time. Iran's underground nuclear sites were among the most important targets, but Israel had no aircraft capable of carrying the massive ordnance penetrator, a 30,000-pound bunker-busting bomb designed to destroy hardened facilities. Only one aircraft in the world is certified to use it, the U.S. Air Force's stealthy B-2 Spirit bomber. On June 22nd, the U.S. launched Operation Midnight Hammer. American B-2s slipped into Iranian airspace undetected and dropped MOPS on deeply buried nuclear infrastructure. The mission underscored a hard truth. Israel's formidable fighter fleet could not conduct such a strike alone. Its long-range options are limited to aircraft that cannot carry ultra-heavy weapons or avoid advanced air defenses at extreme range. For Israel, which prides itself on self-reliance, this dependence on U.S. bombers was a strategic wake-up call. The Bunkerbuster Act and Washington's dilemma. In the wake of the conflict, U.S. lawmakers Democrat Josh Gottheimer and Republican Mike Lawler introduced the Bunkerbuster Act. The bill would allow the president to transfer both the MOP and the aircraft needed to deploy it to Israel. Supporters argue the move would let Israel neutralize Iran's nuclear threat without requiring future U.S. combat involvement, saving American forces from entering another Middle Eastern war. But the idea is divisive. The B-2 remains one of America's most tightly guarded secrets. Sharing it risks revealing stealth technology that adversaries like China or Russia are eager to study. Critics also warn that arming Israel with such a platform could ignite a regional arms race. If Jerusalem gained the ability to strike deep into Iran undetected, other powers might scramble to match or counter it. Some analysts have joked about Israel improvising by dropping bunker busters from cargo planes like the C-130. But in practice, no Israeli aircraft can handle a 30,000-pound bomb with the necessary precision or safety. Israel's long quest for strategic bombers. Israel's interest in heavy bombers is long-standing. Michael Oren, its ambassador to Washington from 2009 to 2013, has revealed he repeatedly asked the U.S. to sell Israel B-52 Stratofortress bombers, Cold War-era giants capable of hauling massive payloads. He made requests in 2013, twice, and again in 2018, but each was refused. Oren considered the B-52 a practical choice, reliable, proven, and large enough to carry bunker busters, even if not stealthy. The idea has surfaced in U.S. debates before. In 2014, the Wall Street Journal suggested giving Israel a dozen B-52s plus bunker busters. But military analyst Robert Farley dismissed the proposal as unrealistic, saying there was virtually zero chance of it becoming policy. He was right. The United States has never exported strategic bombers, not even aging ones. Concerns about leaking sensitive technology and shifting regional power have kept them American only. Even if Washington relented, B-52s are far from ideal. They lack stealth and are vulnerable to modern air defenses. Though Israeli strikes in the 12-Day War did significantly weaken Iran's radar and missile systems, creating temporary corridors. Under similar conditions, some experts believe even older bombers might survive. Still, without guaranteed air superiority, the risks would be high. Why the F-22 and B-21 are out of reach. Israel enjoys exceptional access to U.S. fighter technology but faces firm limits. The most famous is the F-22 Raptor, widely regarded as the world's top air superiority jet. U.S. law, the Obey Amendment, bans its export, a rule originally aimed at preventing technology leaks through Israel but applied globally to avoid singling it out. Only the U.S. Air Force flies the F-22. America's newest stealth bomber, the B-21 Raider, is also expected to stay off limits. Built for long-range nuclear and conventional missions, it will almost certainly remain a U.S.-only asset for decades. Israel has proven skilled at modifying American jets, famously turning the F-15 into a lethal strike platform. But without access to bombers or ultra-long-range stealth aircraft, it cannot easily project overwhelming power deep into enemy territory. Budget realities and the case for going solo. Israel's defense strategy must balance capability with cost. U.S. aid is generous, but building and maintaining strategic bombers is extremely expensive. Past plans have collapsed over price, such as when Israel explored modifying the U.S. Navy's littoral combat ship to patrol offshore gas fields, only to abandon it after upgrades drove costs too high. Still, Israel often builds what it cannot buy. The Iron Dome, advanced drones, and world-class cyber tools all came from its own innovation. If Washington keeps bombers off limits and Iran's underground threat grows, Israel may decide a homegrown stealth bomber is worth the investment. A massive challenge, but not beyond a nation known for surprising the world with its defense technology. The bomb without the plane. Even if Israel developed a bomber, another hurdle remains: payload. The massive ordnance penetrator is the ultimate conventional bunker buster, but the U.S. has consistently refused to provide it. The reasons are both practical and political. Israel currently lacks any aircraft capable of deploying the bomb, so supplying it alone would be pointless. American leaders have also feared that giving Israel such capability could destabilize the region. During Barack Obama's presidency, the concern was that an Israeli surprise strike on Iran could spark a wider conflict and upset the regional balance. Still, politics can shift. A future administration or worsening Iranian threat could change the calculus. If Israel acquires or builds a bomber capable of carrying the MOP, Washington may face renewed pressure to allow its export. Power from beneath the waves. While the bomber debate continues, Israel has quietly strengthened another pillar of its strategic deterrence: submarines. Its German-built Dolphin-class fleet, though diesel-electric rather than nuclear, provides a hidden second strike capability. These subs can stay submerged for extended periods, carry missiles, and strike back if Israel suffers a first attack. Even a small fleet ensures adversaries must think twice before launching a devastating strike, knowing retaliation could come from the sea. This underwater shield complements Israel's air power. Even without bombers, submarines give the country a survivable deterrent and help maintain strategic balance in a volatile region. Could a $27 billion bomber become reality? The idea of Israel spending $27 billion on a stealth bomber is ambitious but not impossible. Its aerospace industry, led by Israel Aerospace Industries, already builds advanced drones, satellites, and avionics, while the Israeli Air Force has decades of long-range strike and electronic warfare experience, a solid foundation for such a project. The challenge is cost and complexity. Designing a true stealth bomber with long-range, heavy payloads, and radar-evading technology is something only a few nations have managed. The U.S. spent decades perfecting the B-2 and B-21. For Israel, it would require unprecedented investment and likely quiet foreign partnerships. Still, Israel has a history of surprising the world, from its secret nuclear program to the Stuxnet cyber attack. If Iran's nuclear threat grows and Washington keeps refusing to share its bombers, Israel might decide it has no choice but to build its own. What it would mean for the region. If Israel built or acquired a stealth bomber, the impact would be huge. Washington might move from direct combat support, as seen in the 12-Day War, to simply equipping Israel to act alone. But such power could spark a regional arms race, push Iran and others to seek countermeasures, and strain new ties with Arab states uneasy about Israel's unmatched deep strike reach. For now, Israel's air force is strong, but lacks a true strategic bomber. Yet, as Iran buries its defenses deeper and U.S. politics shift, the pressure to fill that gap keeps growing. And that's the fascinating story behind Israel's rumored $27 billion stealth bomber. If you found this deep dive interesting, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring you more well-researched stories just like this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.